begin his warm-ups on center court, if you will. He's 3-4 with a 6.09 ERA in 12 outings, 8 starts. Has 1 save, 44 in a third inning, 63 hits. Opponents hitting .341, 18 walks, 37 strikeouts. His last time out was his roughest start. He's had 2, maybe 3 that you would consider really rough outings. The last one was a season-high 8 runs on 9 hits and 3 2/3. That was Tuesday against Southern Maryland, so looking to bounce back from that. He had lost the start before that, but then prior to those last 2, he had won 3 in a row, including back-to-back games against Lancaster. This will be his 3rd start against the Barnstormers. June 4th at the Clip, he worked into the 7th, combining on a 5-0 shutout win. And then 5 days later at home, a 4-2 win, going 6 1/3, giving up 2. So he's 2-0 against the Barnstormers, a total of 2 runs allowed in 12 1/3 innings, and making his 3rd start against them here today. Barnstormers have switched to the alternate red jerseys. The Rebs have switched to the alternate navy jerseys. And just about time for our Dasher Investment Services first pitch. Here on a partly cloudy afternoon, sun has been shining throughout the day, a little bit hidden by cloud cover at the moment, but pleasant day, big crowd on this Sunday afternoon. Here at Peoples Bank Park, Josh Bell running down to coach first. Ross Peoples will coach third to begin game 2. And Noel digs in, hitting at .283 with a home run and 13 driven in. And Parch ready. Here is our first pitch, and it missed inside. Underway at 3:25 stadium time. 86 degrees. Parch the wind and the 1-0. And it's a called strike over the inner half. Our plate ump is John Harrington. Dave Shirk at first, the crew chief Brian DeBrouwer at third base. Parch kicks the 1-1, and a swing and a miss. Fastball down in the zone at 92. Noel, who homered in the first inning last night in the suspended game, 0 for 4. He is 1 for 8 with the home run in this series. 1-2, and a fastball in tight. Parch in that last start on Tuesday against Southern Maryland, 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and then Michael Snyder took over, 2-run homer in the third, 3-run homer in the fourth. Pitch is popped up, jammed him at shortstop. Franco behind the bag at second, across the bag, and he makes the play on the other side of second. He called off Alonzo early, and Franco stays with it, squeezing the first out. 1 down here in the top of the first. That'll bring up Blake Galen. Galen 0 for 2 with 3 walks in the suspended game, 3 for 5 with a homer last night. Starts in left field, hitting at .319, 7 home runs, 27 driven in. This week he's taken over the Barnstormers' all-time runs scored record as he looks at one a little bit high. And he is 3 RBIs away from their all-time RBI record, held by Jutt Heilman. The 1-0, and he shows bunt, and Parch delivers a strike. Galen's got 270 RBIs now in his Lancaster career. Parch, the pitch, and it's on the outside corner. Fastball for strike 2. Rebs defense behind him. Dent at third, Franco short, Harris second, Burgess first. Tejeda doing the catching. Parch nods yes. The wind, he fires, and missed high and away. In the outfield left to right, Verona, Witherspoon, and Mitchell. The wind again out toward right. Arch a long look around the edge of his glove. 2-2. And a swing and a foul tip. Galen just got a piece of it. Galen, who played for Team Israel at the WBC. He left last season with a week to go in order to join Team Israel. Went 4 for 17, drove in 3 in the World Baseball Classic. Quick step from Parch and a fastball just outside, 3-2. Tried to mess with Galen's timing there. Tejeda tried to yank that one back and get a call. A full count. Parch with the payoff pitch. Swinging a line drive into right center, a base hit. Witherspoon up the gap to cut it off, spins and guns it into Harris, and will hold Galen to a single. A one-out base runner here in the top of the first. Last season, his final game of the year, September 12th against York, he hit a grand slam against York and donated the ball to a terminally ill fan before departing for the WBC. Here's Casey Hobson, who moves up to third in the order with Gindel being sat out, the hamstring issue. Parch the pitch, and a ground ball through the hole and into right, a base hit. Galen will round second. Mitchell firing, cut off at short by Franco, and it's first and third with one out.
Well, a really good throw back in by Jared Mitchell. Of course, he wanted to get Galen going first to third, but he threw it low enough that Franco was able to cut it off, and it ensures that Hobson stays put at first base.
So at the corners for Sean Halton. Halton DHing. We've seen him play third and left here already in this series. Last night, 2 for 3. The suspended game, 2 for 4 with a homer, double, and 3 driven in. Batting .245, 12 home runs, 37 ribbies. Parch delivers, swing and a miss. Breaking ball to begin it. Parch, who was in the big leagues just last season with the Pirates for 2 outings. And with the Reds prior to that. All set. And the 0-1. Check swing on a slider appeal, and Dave Shirk at first says he didn't go. Parch in his career 22 big league appearances. 1 win, 1 loss. He's ready. A 1-1 fastball just missed, down and in. Fans a little restless early. Well, it's not really early. We've already had a stressful, close game today. 2-1, and a chop hit high off the dirt and foul down the third base side, 2-2. Parch back to run it even. Made his big league debut in 2013. Then the following year, he had 7 different call-ups to Cincinnati. Last year, 5 separate call-ups to Pittsburgh. Here's the stretch. 2-2, and it missed low and in. Count will go full. A lot of his pitches out of the zone haven't missed by a whole lot. He is very consistent with his velocity. We see 92, 93 every start. That's where he's been early on here. Now he's ready. The payoff pitch, and a ground ball just foul past Galen, leaping as he has his lead in foul ground from third. Parch from Merced, California, says it's in the middle of the state. Grew up in farm country, and he went to Merced Junior College, same school attended by Doug Pfister. Parch ready, and again comes home And a breaking ball, line foul. Ooh, into the seats and left. That might have gotten somebody. Just inside the railing above the Lancaster bullpen. Appears that they are okay. And Halton continues to be early. Continues to make Parch work. Another full count offering. And a drive to deep left field, headed for the big wall and over it. A 3-run line drive homer for Sean Halton, his second of the series, 13th of the year, and he kept fouling off pitches, eventually got one that he could strike. And Lancaster with a 3-0 lead here in the top of the first.
Well, Halton was out in front all throughout the at-bat, and I think Curtis Parch had the right idea, trying to slow it down even further, but he left it up and over the plate middle in, and Halton took advantage.
Like we've seen from a lot of Revs hitters lately, get that count extended, get a lot of pitches, fight them off, and eventually Halton did connect. Here is Lasting's Millage. He's hitting at 325. First pitch, fastball, it's over for a strike. Millage 0 for 6 in this series. Came in with a 9-game hitting streak. There's the wind, the 0-1, and a fastball outside corner for strike 2. Already more runs allowed by Parch to Lancaster than he had combined in his first 2 starts against them. Now kicks, fires, and a check swing he went. Foul tip anyway, into the glove on a slider, and Parch with the strikeout, 2 down. It's Millage on 3 pitches. That's have really worked him well here in this weekend. 2 down, here's Trayvon Robinson. Robinson hitting .215, 4 homers, 14 batted in. 1 for 7 in the series. He swings and hits one high in the air to left. Verona onto the front of the track. He'll wait and very nonchalantly makes the grab. We weren't sure how deep it was going to be, but he had it all the way. Inning over, but Lancaster out in front early. 3 runs, 3 hits. At the end of a half, it's the Barnstormers 3. And the Revs coming up.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
Runners know the challenge. It's not the uncompromising weather. It's not the pounding repetition. It's not knowing how to dig deep as you start the climb of that last hill. For runners, the challenge is the discipline to keep running.
Flying feet.
Casual runners, amateur runners, hardcore runners, no matter what level runner you are, Flying Feet Sports Shoes is with you every step of the way. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear and properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear, properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. And that holds true whether you're training or racing on roads, tracks, or trails. For those searching for that discipline, Flying Feet provides the latest shoe innovations, the accessories and equipment, and the inspiration to keep on running. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and the true understanding of what running is all about. As one local runner put it, Flying Feet is family, and all runners are welcome.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Travis Witherspoon will lead it off. His home run in the suspended game in the 8th tied it up. Revs won it in the 9th. Brad Bergeson ready to go. His first pitch of the day. is just outside. 3-0 Lancaster, the head start here in a 7-inning game, so a little less time for the Revs to come back. Here's the 1-0, and a swing and a foul off the top of the net. Witherspoon now hitting .293, 4 home runs, 24 batted in. Followed by Harris and Tejeda here in the first. Now Bergeson wanting a new ball. Brad 3-5, a .476 ERA in 10 starts. 58 2/3 innings, 67 hits. He deals, and it's over for a strike, 1-2. 13 walks, 40 strikeouts for him. With the Revs as a reliever 2 years ago before a nasty injury. He fires, and a ground ball back to him. He reaches down, gloves it, running toward first. He'll dump it off to Hobson, and there's one away. Bergeson, who seemed to really be coming into his own with the Revs a couple of years ago, and then his elbow gave out on him on a pitch. Came popping off the mound, holding it, and had to undergo the reconstruction. Here's Alonzo Harris. Zoe up to .325, 5 homers, 17 knocked in. First pitch is out off the plate away. Our Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care home run contest, Nicole Fry, our contestant. Here's the 1-0. And a swing and a miss. And I'll tell you what, Nicole, since it's only 7 innings, if they don't go yard, you'll get a chance again tomorrow. How about that? I want to shortchange anybody of an opportunity. Bergeson deals. And a ground ball foul, third base side. Harris last night 3 for 4. 2 for 5 in the suspended game, 5 for 9 in the series with a homer. Just red hot. He's gotten stronger coming back from the injury. Bergeson lifts, delivers, missed inside, made him dance. 2-2. Bergeson a loss his last time out, 6-3 to Bridgeport on Tuesday. Sun shines, pitch is swung on, lifted toward the line and right. It's shallow, Millage coming over and runs it down. Just inside the line and right. 2 down. And Tejeda up next. Bergeson 4 runs, 3 earned in his last start. 7 hits, all singles. Lancaster 5-5 in his starts, but they've lost 5 of the last 7. His only start against York, he lost 3-1 on June 3rd. With the Revs 2 years ago, it was a total of 10 appearances that he made. Here's Tejeda, and he takes a fastball strike, inner half, that one at 91. Tejeda at .287, 8 home runs, 31 knocked in. 0-1, and he swings, tips a foul at the plate. Starts behind the plate in this one. 2 for 10 with an RBI in this series. Revs trying to sweep the Barnstormers for the first time since May of 2015, which was in Lancaster, but down 3-0 in the first here. 0-2, and a fastball up and away. Last time they swept them at home was 2014, which was in the 5-game Memorial Day weekend series. A 1-2, and it missed down low. And that was so impressive because the Revs had just gotten back from their Sugarland trip, didn't miss a beat. It vaulted them into first for almost the remainder of the first half. Here's a high chop up the middle. Frias from short gets there, spins, and can't get him. Tejeda legs out the infield hit. What an effort. Frias showing some acrobatic, athletic ability. He ends up in shallow center once he got rid of the throw.
And he ends up on his chest too, probably 20 feet out into the outfield, all in one motion, the fielding part of that and then the spin into the throw, and Tejeda legging it out down the line, but not for a great effort on the other end by Frias.
So here's Michael Burgess. He's now at 281 with 10 home runs. First pitch is outside. He's been on a tear. Last night, 3 for 3, home run, 2 doubles, 2 walks, drove in 3. And in the suspended game, 2 for 4 with a double, a run, another walk. 1-0, and a fastball in for a strike. He had a 3-hit game the night before that, so 3 straight multi-hit games for Burgess. Average up about 25 points. Tejeda held by Hobson at first. And the 1-1 way outside and off the glove of Tyler Clark, who recovers it quickly over to his left. (3-0) Lancaster here in the first inning. Ferguson, who pitched in Japan in 2013. He's got 19 big league wins, 19 and 25. Broke in with the Orioles in 09. Was there for 3 years, and then the Diamondbacks in 2012. 4 career complete games in the majors. It's the stretch, the 2-1, and it misses down in the dirt. Burgess lays off. And a 4-hit shutout among his highlights. That was against Tampa Bay in 2011. Burgess a hitter's count. Milligan right, awfully shallow. Center fielder Robinson deep. Pitch is off the plate away, and Burgess walks again as he unhooks the shin guard. Tosses that and the bat aside, and the Revs with 2 on for Dyrone Verona.
Next up for the Revolution, your left fielder, number 13, Dyrone Verona.
Now the Revs looking to answer with at least something here in the first, a 2-out threat. And Verona digs in, 5 for his first 12 with 4 RBIs. And Ferguson the pitch. Slider, it's a called strike. Ferguson, the year before that he was called up, he won 15 games at AA Bowie. The Eastern League Pitcher of the Year in 08. He deals, and a ball beaten foul. It bounced up off Verona, and it's 0-2. In his rookie year, his final 12 starts at 2.38 ERA. And then the following year, his final 12 starts at 2.85 ERA. But rookie year had the finish of his season cut short, took a liner off his leg and missed the final month or so. 0-2, and a ground ball to second base. Right there, Noel backing up a step, and he'll throw over to first to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 men left. Lancaster up early here in the regularly scheduled game, 3-0 as we head to the second.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Can you sit up, little guy? There you go. What a big boy. Whoa. Every time he grabs my maple donut, it pulls him over to one side. But he keeps on grabbing at it. Whoop, there he goes again. Wait, let's see how this works. Here you go, little dude. Here's another maple donut. Can you grab it? Well, there you have it, folks. Charlie's right. A balanced baby needs a maple donut in each hand.
Maple donuts taste right.
The revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
Lancaster a 3-0 lead as we go to the second 7-inning contest. Garrett Weber will lead things off. Sean Halton, a 3-run homer in the top of the first. Now has, well, when the stats go in tomorrow, all of a sudden he'll have 6 RBIs added to his totals. He had 3 in the suspended game and 3 now in this one. Weber hitting .275. First pitch is fouled off up over the first base side. Weber with 5 home runs, 19 driven in. And they like what he brings. That softened the blow of Kevin Aaron's departure as Parch misses down and away. Aaron's had wanted to play close to home from Houston, and Lancaster's roster was a little bit over full, so they sent him there, and Weber got more playing time. The 1-1 breaking ball lined up the middle, a base hit. Parch had to duck as Weber stays on a slider and takes it up the gut for a leadoff single. That'll bring up Vladimir Frias. Frias hitting .278, 3 home runs, 22 driven in. He's 3 for 7 in this visit to York. Dent both feet on the grass in at third just in case. Frias the switch hitter and taking, and it's just off away, ball 1. No batting gloves for him either. He chokes up a little bit. Parch set. 1-0, and it's on the outer black. A strike called, bottom outside corner. It looked like Parch was asking John Harrington to stay with the sink on his fastball between innings. He had some to that side of the plate that he didn't get in the top of the first. Staring in. A long look with Tejeda, and now steps off. Tomorrow night in Bridgeport, Jay Goss will make his first start for the Revs. There's the 1-1. And a chopper to second. Harris gloves, goes to Franco. The turn, it is not in time. Close play at first. Frias legs it out. They get the lead out 4-6 on the fielder's choice. And Frias with pretty good speed. It bounded twice high. Harris had to wait for that.
Good speed, and as a switch hitter batting left, he got an extra step head start on that one. And like you said, on the high chopper, Harris had to wait back. It was a good turn, just a little late.
So 1 on with 1 out. Frias, who's got 2 steals in this series, 9 for the year. Leads from first. Tyler Clark, the hitter. And he swings and finds the hole. A base hit through the right side. Frias going to try to go for third. Mitchell's throw. They let it go to third. He's out at third base. Dent puts the tag on him. Franco was waiting for the instructions from behind, and Mitchell threw it right toward Angel at short, who could have cut it, and they let it bounce on through. It's right on the money for Dent. And Frias surprised the tag there right in front of him.
Well, we talked about last inning how Mitchell delivered a great throw in that Franco cut at shortstop. This time he does a great job. He lets it through, but he fakes the catch at the center of the diamond. So not only do they get the out at third, but by Franco's deke, it also keeps Clark at first.
And he's there with 2 outs. Rico Noel, the hitter, popped up to short to begin the game. Parch set, fires, and he jammed him. Ground ball rolled softly to short. Franco charges and flipped over to second just in time. He realized who was running toward first, saw where Noel was, and thought, I better go to second here, and he gets the catcher just in time with Harris on the cover. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second. Lancaster still on top, 3-0.
Donegal offers car and homeowners insurance at rates that are very competitive. So competitive that Donegal's car insurance rates are among the lowest in the state. And if you insure your car and home with Donegal, Donegal will take up to an additional 10% off their already low rates. Donegal, a better value. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Coatman. Coatman Kunkel Insurance.
The York Jewish Community Center, where everyone is welcome. Voted Best of York, #1 Health Club, #1 Child Daycare Center, and #3 in the Kids Activities category for 2017. Bring in your Revs ticket in June and receive 1 month free. Check us out online at yorkjcc.org.
Can't get enough of the Birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the Birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Nothing Lancaster, but already today the Revs have come back from more than that. Face Brad Bergeson here in the bottom of the second inning. Angel Franco, who was huge in that first game. Luis Cruz, who was huge in that first game. And Jared Mitchell, who just gunned down a runner at third base. Those are the 3 due up here in the bottom of the second. Parch, a nice bounce back inning, some help from his defense. And Bergeson ready to go. His first pitch of the inning is right over for a strike on Franco, who was almost the walk-off hero in the 9th. A double that led it off. Pitch is grounded to second base off the hands. Noel's got it, and the throw over to first, 1 down. Wellspan Sports Medicine injury report. Alexi Casilla day-to-day with the groin injury. Perhaps we'll see him in Bridgeport.
Next up, the Revolution, your designated number 20,
Here's Cruz, who will DH in this one as they keep his bat in the lineup. He is up to 317 now with 4 home runs, 11 ribbies. Bergeson the pitch. Oh, threw it behind him. And there's your message from last night. And Bergeson, who's about the nicest guy that you'll ever run into, gets the message across, I guess, for his team and doesn't hit him.
Surprised there are no warnings after that one.
Yeah. They may not even remember. Here's the 1-0. And there's a fastball for a called strike. The Cruz, who hit 2 home runs last night, he was jawed at after the second one, rounding the bases. They drove in the winner in game 1. Pitch here, a swing and a miss, a slider. And hopefully that's the end of it there. Cruz last night drove in 4, 3 for 4. And then in the suspended game, 2 for 3 with a double. And the game-winning sac fly, the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to third base. Up with it is Weber. He'll throw it on to first, and there's 2 down. The Bergeson with 5 outs, 4 of them on ground balls. Two down, Jared Mitchell to the plate. Revs Baseball brought to you by Wolf's Bus Lines, the Pretzel Twist, Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, Turkey Hill Minute Markets, Atline Foods, and D's Nuts. Mitchell hitting .250, 3 homers, 16 driven in. He takes a first pitch strike. He was not in the lineup in the suspended game or last night. I'm sorry, he was in the suspended game, but not last night. Revs had faced lefty as the first two. May sat him out one of those two as Bergeson misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. 3-0 Lancaster here in the second. And the pitch, fastball in tight, 2-1. Now into his windup, he fires, and a swing and a fly ball the other way and left. Galen inching toward left center, and he's there. He'll make the grab. Mitchell hit it medium deep, but flies to left in a 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the third here in this 7-inning game. Matt Present with the play-by-play. The Revs trail the Barnstormers 3-0.
Hey man, I know how you feel. That guy down the street, the one with the fancy lawn, those weekend get-togethers, the big family barbecues, and the barefoot kids and wife outside working on her tan. Hey, it's no secret. It's greener on that side of the fence. It's Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Greener grass on your side of the fence is just a quick phone call away. For world-class care right in your backyard, call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, 717-292-9994.
Now through June 30th, it's the York Mitsubishi Sizzling Summer Sports Utility Sales Event. The Outlander and Outlander Sport are the best price SUVs in the market, starting at $17,495. Now available in 5 or 7 passenger. Financing as low as 0% for 72 months. With the best warranty in the business, 10-year or 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Only at York Mitsubishi. Celebrating 27 years in business just off Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue. York Mitsubishi, where Mitsubishis always cost less.
The Somerset Patriots will be hosting the 2017 Atlantic League All-Star Game on July 12th at TD Bank Ballpark. To vote your favorite Revs players into the All-Star Game, visit AtlanticLeague.com, and for more information or for tickets to the game, visit SomersetPatriots.com today.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Revs in the bottom half of the second set down in order for what we're told is the first time in the series. Our counterpart Dave Collins providing us that nugget. The Revs offense has been potent of late, but in this one they trail it 3-0. We head to the third. It's a 7-inning contest here in Game 2 following the conclusion of the suspended game. Blake Galen in the 2-hole here in the finale will lead it off. Hobson and Halton to follow. Parch ready and delivers. The first pitch, fastball outside corner, strike 1. Galen and Hobson each had singles in the first and then were followed by Halton's 3-run homer. That's the scoring in this one. Pitch on the way. And a fastball this time on the inside corner. Parch working both sides of the plate effectively. Gets ahead 0-2. Galen a .323 average, 7 home runs, 27 now knocked in, and the pitch on the way. Just inside with the fastball. Parch went with the 4-seamer on 0-2 and just missed the inside edge. Parch ready and to the plate, and it's a chopper back to third. Burgess backpedaling to play the big hop. Now we'll take it to the bag unassisted for out number 1. One away will bring up Casey Hobson. Hobson 1 for 1. Now in his second season with the Barnstormers. Lefty against the righty Parch. And Parch, the quick pitch on the way. Fastball down and in. He's done that a couple times today. Instead of going with the high leg kick, the pause, and slowly through the motion, he just starts back and then fires right away. Pitch on the way. High fly ball, deep right center field. Back on it goes Mitchell onto the warning track at the wall, and it's onto the lawn. KC Hobson goes yard. Second home run of the game for Lancaster, and for Hobson, his 20th of the year. And it's a 4-0 Barnstormer lead. Hobson has certainly hit the long ball a lot of late. That's now his 7th home run in his last week of play. Halton up now. First pitch, runs inside and gets him. And now he's going to walk out towards Parch on the mound. Parch is saying it was unintentional, and now the benches are clearing. We told you about what went on with Luis Cruz last night, staring down the home run. He was thrown behind last half inning. The benches have cleared. There's a big discussion. Nobody's pushing, no punches thrown of yet. Cruz being pulled to the outside of the pile. And now there is pushing and shoving. This could get ugly.
Yeah, that's just what they need.
I mean, no reason that Parch would do that intentionally. Down 4-0 after giving up a home run. He's just trying to find the zone. Ran a little inside, got the arm. Teams being separated. Umpires coming together in the middle of it. Parch asked for a new baseball.
I mean, he pitches in a lot.
Trayvon Robinson has been pulled over by a teammate all the way towards his dugout. He's being held back, I think.
By Bergeson, I think.
Yeah, Bergeson. Indeed, the starting pitcher is telling him just let it go.
Oh, jeez. Now Tejeda jawing at them from home plate. Lancaster's coaches say, we don't need that. Mace trying to come in front. Tejeda's a little bit hot.
Fletch holding Tejeda back. The umpire's right at home plate. Players on both sides have to be held back by their respective coaching staffs.
Trienfeld trying to be peacemaker. He's saying, that's it, we're done, no more, we don't need any more.
Trayvon Robinson, not so much. He still wants a piece of someone. And once again being pulled back. This time it's Gindel pushing him back towards the dugout.
One thing about the fact that Tejeda was hollering there and upset, he's catching, he would know if they're trying to hit him or not. And Parch pitches inside a lot. And I mean, they set up in, Halton stands pretty close to the plate, so.
And the other thing is, it's one thing if you're throwing at someone, it's going to be a straight pitch. That one ran inside. You could see the arm side movement to it. Where Parch lost it up and in, it was not a matter of it starting out right at Halton. It started middle in and ran up and in.
And of course, last inning there were no warnings, which there probably should have been.
Well, I don't know. I mean, yes, there should have been, but at the same time, then would Parch have been tossed for that? I mean,
yeah, maybe.
Sometimes the warnings are can be an evil, because then there's a certain obligation to uphold when it's difficult to judge intent.
And then that changes the way that you might pitch the rest of the day.
Well, if there were not warnings before, there will be now. Does not look like there have been any ejections at this point. Despite Parch coming in on Halton, and Halton, I wouldn't say he charged the mound, but he walked in that direction.
I mean, the timing was bad. It was first pitch after the homer, but it's right on right, a guy close to the plate. If it's right on left, I mean, then, you know, maybe maybe you have more of a sense that it was really attempted.
And you didn't get the sense either that Halton was trying to get out of the way of it.
Well, and fortunately for him, he turned. Oh, Tejeda got tossed.
Well, we're going to see Jay Karp for the first time, unless he's just out there while Cruz gets warm. Cruz slated in the DH spot here this afternoon, and Karp, the third catcher just added yesterday, is now going to come in and try to learn the arsenal of Curtis Parch.
I don't know if Tejeda was in the midst of the shoving. If he was, then I guess I could understand the ejection, but if it was just for what he said at home plate, a lot of guys said a lot of things at home plate. I would have to imagine he was in the middle of the little shoving match, but
certainly hard to tell from where we sit, and obviously we can't hear exactly what was said. The one thing I will say is that it seemed as though Tejeda did keep it going a little bit after the sides had begun to walk away.
And the one thing, Halton, fortunately,
it looks like Robinson's going to be gone too.
Oh. Maybe those two shoved each other. I don't know. Well, he certainly kept it going afterward.
So maybe that's how the punishment was doled out. The guys who just kind of wouldn't let it go.
And he had some words for, looked like Denton Franco on the way by. Maybe it was peacemaking if he knows those guys. Maybe it wasn't. But Halton, it's a good thing that he didn't turn and storm the mound, because then it could have been really bad. He just started walking toward the mound, and benches had a chance to clear and get in there before anything really bad happened. But both teams down a player.
Well, Curtis Parch got to throw a few warm-up tosses to new catcher Jay Karp. Just signed the other day. Brought in primarily as a bullpen catcher, and now thrown in to the heat of the fire. 2 on, 1 away, and the pitch on the way, a breaking ball inside to Lastings Millage. 4-0 Lancaster in front. A 3-run homer in the first by Sean Halton. A solo shot here in the third by Casey Hobson. And the pitch from Parch, fastball, and it just missed, maybe a little bit low. 2 balls and no strikes. Millage 0 for 1, a strikeout victim, his first time up. Parch ready, and the pitch on the way. Breaking ball, and it's over for a strike. 2-1. Halton hit by a pitch that started the skirmish out in front of home plate. Between the plate and the mound, he's on it first. 1 away. The 2-1 from Parch. Halton runs. Pitch inside. The throw down is not in time. Halton in with a stolen base. And for Sean Halton, that is his second steal in as many tries. So they test Jay Karp right out of the gates. But Halton actually a pretty good jump there off of Parch.
And this is a big adjustment for Parch. I mean, it doesn't matter what catcher comes in, whether he's making his debut or not, to switch. You know, you've got a game plan and all that.
3 balls and a strike. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball got Millage out on his front foot, and now the count full, 3-2. Parch a long look into Karp. The newest member of the Revs, wearing number 7 behind the plate, and the pitch on the way. Hit sharply to third, Dent up with it, looks the runner back to second, guns it to first, and there's out number 2.
Now catching the hero promotion, number 7, Jay
carp who was added yesterday would not have had a chance to even catch a Parch bullpen on the side yet. So this has to be literally the first time that he's been back there seeing the way Parch's stuff moves, what he likes to throw.
So now Gindel will come in as a pinch hitter for the ejected Trayvon Robinson. Gindel banged up last night, tweaked his hamstring, pitch on the way, fouled straight back. So we'll see what the Barnstormers end up doing defensively. Might have to enter the DH, I don't know. Maybe Gindel can play and it was just precautionary, we will see. 0-1, runner at second, 2 away. And the pitch on the way is just off the plate outside, a changeup from Parch. Gindel yesterday left after the 5th inning. And he did make a sliding catch in right field in that inning to Rob Verona. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball below the knees, and a big cut from Gindel. Gindel was the starting right fielder in the suspended game, and Lastings Millage came in for him at the beginning of today to play the conclusion. And I think the plan clearly was to not have him play for the rest of the series, but now forced into action. Pitch on the way, swinging a foul tip. Straight down at the plate as he stays alive, 1-2. Parch up to 50 pitches now through his first 3 innings. Trying to limit the damage after a solo home run from Casey Hobson earlier in the inning. The hold from Parch, the 1-2. Grounded foul up the first base side.
Not between innings, but a moment ago, Logan Williamson went up and got a left-hand thrower, right-hand catcher's mitt that he must have in his bag. So he might do some bullpen catching. Obviously, he won't be pitching in Game 2. Guys in the bullpen checking that out on his hand.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count to Caleb Gindel. Runner at second, 2 away, and the pitch from Parch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 96 from Curtis Parch, and he sets down Gindel to retire the side. A hit in the inning, it was a home run by Casey Hobson, his league-leading 20th of the year, and it's 4-0 Barnstormers heading to the bottom of the 3rd on 1350 WOYK.
Having the gang over to watch the game? Keep them happy with great BestJet products from your neighborhood SureSave markets. Football fans, hockey fans, basketball fans, everyone's a fan of game day party planners with $18.93 deli items. BestJet hot dogs go great with BestJet kettle cooked chips, or serve up a couple BestJet rising crust pizzas with 12 packs of BestJet soda. Throw the best game day party ever with BestJet products. Shop Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, Wetzel's in Glenrock, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
The York Jewish Community Center, where everyone is welcome. Voted Best of York, #1 Health Club, #1 Child Daycare Center, and #3 in the Kids Activities category for 2017. Bring in your Revs ticket in June and receive 1 month free. Check us out online at yorkjcc.org. The Somerset Patriots will be hosting the 2017 Atlantic League All-Star Game on July 12th at TD Bank Ballpark. To vote your favorite Revs players into the All-Star Game, visit atlanticleague.com, and for more information or for tickets to the game, visit somersetpatriots.com today.
The revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
Four 4-0 Lancaster. Ryan Dent to the plate. And the first pitch from Brad Bergeson, outside corner for strike one. Ryan Dent, and then the top of the order, Travis Witherspoon and Alonzo Harris. And the 0-1 pitch on the way. Fastball swung on and missed, high and tight, and Dent chased. It's 0-2. Some defensive changes to tell you about for the Barnstormers. Caleb Gindel, who came in place of the ejected Trayvon Robinson, remains in the game at first base. And the 0-2 pitch to Dent, a fastball outside, 1-2. Casey Hobson, the first baseman, moves to left field. Galen, who started in left, moves across to right. And Lastings Millage from right to center. Pitch on the way. Dent rolls over it. A slow grounder to shortstop. Frias up with it. Fires across. It's high. And Gindel comes off the base. Dent into first on the error by the shortstop. And the Revs with a leadoff man on to start the third.
Probably a little more activity on that hamstring than Gindel would like. His first opportunity, he has to leap coming off the bag.
Travis Witherspoon.
Here's Travis Witherspoon. Ferguson now from the set, and the pitch on the way. Spoon shows bunt, pulls back, and takes the ball down and away. Ferguson now in his 12th pro season. Pitched for the Revs a year ago, and the pitch on the way fouled off and out of play. Actually, it was 2015 he was here in York, a 3.24 ERA in his time pitching on the other side of things. And now back with the Barnstormers following a year off due to injury. 1 ball, 1 strike to Witherspoon, and the pitch on the way. Breaking ball grounded back up towards the middle and past the reach of Noel into center field. Dent will hold up at second base, and Millage gets it back in. 2 men on to start the frame for the Revs. That'll bring up Alonzo Harris with 2 aboard. Harris 0 for 1, a fly out to right field his first time up. Bergeson made his major league debut with the Orioles April 21st, 2009. A victory over the White Sox. It was a 10-3 Oriole win. Ferguson with 2 on, delivers home, and Harris swings and misses. Ferguson, a fantastic rookie year, perhaps his best professional season. 11 quality starts in his 19 appearances with the Orioles. No balls and a strike, and another swing and a miss. 89-mile-an-hour fastball there from Bergeson. He's ahead 0-2. Overall in his big league career, a 19-25 record, 4.61 ERA. And the pitch on the way. Line drive, left center field, base hit. Ryan Dent around third. He's being waved home. Up with it, Hobson. The throw well offline. Dent in standing. And the Revs are on the board. The defensive changes following the ejections seeming to cost the Barnstormers early in the third.
Oh yeah, Hobson, who would have been at first quite a bit taller than Gindel, who had to come up. And Gindel's only 5'9". And then Polo, no hesitation in sending Dent, who runs well anyway, but right after Hobson, a first baseman, went out into left. You gotta love the response time and again from this team.
4-1 the score on a mound visit from Scott Patterson. Frias, the shortstop, joining Clark and Bergeson on the mound. Alonzo Harris with his 18th run driven in on the year. He's at first base. Witherspoon up to second. And Jake Karp will get his first at-bat. First pitch on the way. Line drive left field. Hit hard. Hobson over. Goes into a slide. And he makes the catch. Fires it back to second. Frias will take it to the bag and step on it. A line drive double play on a blistering shot off the bat of Karp.
And I think Witherspoon was totally convinced that that ball was in the gap. Just a bad read. Give Hobson credit. Just in and left, made a sliding play. And Karp very nearly a big hit in his first ever at bat in this league. I think Witherspoon sold out just thinking it was in the gap, but Hobson was there.
Here's Michael Burgess, 2 down. Harris still at first, and the pitch on the way. High fly ball, left field, and straight away. Hobson now comes in a few steps, camping under it, now drifting, and hangs on to put it away and retire the side. 2 hits in the inning, an error, and a run across. The Revs on the board. It's 4-1, heading to the 4th on 1350 WOYK.
This is Dustin Hawkinsmith with the Keystone Sports Network. For the best Penn State football analysis and commentary, listen to Sports Radio 1350 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. and after Revs games for the Keystone Kickoff Show. We'll bring you game reviews, player evaluations, and recruiting news. So for the best in Penn State talk, tune to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK for the Keystone Kickoff Show. Brought to you locally by your neighborhood SureSave Markets.
Can't get enough of the birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews, plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local and national sports. The Big Sports Talker also has you covered with news throughout the day. Catch statewide updates on news and sports from Radio PA. Stock reports with Your Money Now, mornings and afternoons. And national news updates every hour from Westwood One. Stay up to date while getting your sports fix all day. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Alongside Daryl Henry, I'm Matt Present. We head to the 4th here at Peoples Bank Park. Lancaster leads it 4-1 in a 7-inning contest. The Revs looking to come back as they go for the sweep here in the finale. An interesting series all throughout. Big game last night, the Revs coming back to win it. A walk-off in the conclusion of Game 1 earlier today as Parch fires. And it's a first pitch strike to Garrett Weber to begin the 4th. Right now, York trailing it 4-1. A couple home runs doing the damage for the Barnstormers. And the 0-1 to Weber. Check swing on a pitch that ran inside. It was a changeup and no swing, according to first base umpire David Shirk. Weber a single his first time up. Parch nods yes, and the pitch on the way. Fastball fouled off the top of the mask of Karp. The count 1-2. Karp, a really good swing in his first at bat, a line shot to left field. And if not for Hobson playing relatively shallow with the arch nemesis behind him, would have had a hit in his first at bat. Instead, it was a bad luck double play. 1-2 the count to Weber. And the pitch on the way. Swinging a ground ball off the leg of Parch. He's going to try to hustle to it. Picks it up. Flips to first. They got him. Yeah. Curtis Parch all the way towards the line. Lays out on the flip to Burgess. And they get Weber up the line for out number 1. What a gutsy play by Curtis Parch.
Kick save and a beauty, and he had to hustle after it and make a quick flip. He flipped it off the back of Weber running. It deflected, and Burgess stayed with it to grab it right with the runner approaching. An outstanding play.
1-1 to batter to 3. One gone in the fourth. Frias up now, switch hitter, batting left. First pitch from Parch. Frias bunts. It's right out in front of the plate. Carp picks it up. It's in fair territory, and he guns it to Burgess. Home plate umpire John Harrington signaling fair ball, and the Barnstormers claim otherwise. Ross Peoples out of the dugout will talk things over at the plate. Frias holding the bat, standing right in front of home plate. The folks that have made the trip 30 minutes west from Lancaster complaining, and now the umpires will get together. Obviously, here in game 2, the lines of the batter's box washed out a little bit. Not sure how any other umpire could have a better view than the guy right in front of the plate. And now John Harrington conferring and pumps the fist. It's out, number 2. And now there's been an ejection. I don't know if it was Ross Peoples or Vladimir Frias, but I think it's Frias who tossed his arms and dropped the bat. Peoples pushing everyone back. And now we'll grab the bat from Frias before he could throw that. He tossed his helmet towards home plate. Peoples picks up the bat and the helmet. Frias ahead of him to the dugout. What a day.
Sunday afternoon here at the ballpark. It wasn't like he slammed anything down, but it just in disgust, he just chucked the bat aside, and John Harrington didn't wind up and give him the big heave-ho, but just said, well, you're done.
Batter now is Tyler Clark, the catcher. First pitch outside, a changeup from Parch, as Frias makes the lonely walk down to the left field corner. Clark, a switch hitter, batting from the left side, and the pitch on the way. In tight, it got him. Down and in, and Curtis Parch has plunked a second Barnstormer batter, this time on the feet of Tyler Clark, who hits the deck. The trainer out to check on him. This time the benches stay put. That one clearly an overthrow by Parch, who now will take a little bit of a lap behind the mound as Clark tries to shake it off and walk down towards first base. I'm not sure they have many options beyond him. De La Rosa not playing here in game 2, but pretty much everyone on the bench either part of this one or, well, already at the showers.
And Parch right away threw his hands up like, I did not want to do that. He might have been worried that he would have been tossed after that hit by pitch. And at Lancaster's bullpen, they were all up on their feet ready to charge in, but obviously no intent behind that.
So a 2-out base runner turns the lineup over for Rico Noel. Noel 0 for 2, a pop out and a ground out. Runner goes, pitch on the way, outside, throw down to second, not in time. So Clark perhaps slow played the Revs a little bit there. Really looked to be in some discomfort after the hit by pitch, and then takes off for second and gets in safely with a stolen base. His third of the year in 4 tries, and now in scoring position with 2 away. Good throw by Carp, just a better jump by Clark. The pitch was out of the zone, so it's 1-0 on Noel. Parch from the set, and the pitch on the way. That one's in the dirt, down and away. It's 2-0. Parch came up with the red system, drafted in 07, and made his major league debut in 2013. Joining the team for the first time on June 8th, the pitch on the way, breaking ball in tight, and Noel spins back. 3 balls and no strikes following the hit by pitch. Logan Ondrusik was optioned to AAA, making room for Parch, who made his debut the following day. 2 down. A check of second. The 3-0 pitch. Fastball fouled off. First base side, and hopefully everyone's all right. I heard a clunk. Hopefully that was an empty seat.
An empty seat or something between seats. Second row in between the net and the dugout, and everybody seems okay.
Wasn't a person, and it wasn't Joe Dahl's camera, so we're in good shape. Green light there for Noel. 3-1, pitch from Parch, just inside, ball 4. Missed down and in, went with a changeup on 3-1, and now it's 2-on with 2 away. Parch in his debut with the Reds gave up a home run to Matt Holliday in the first batter he faced. Did bounce back in a performance a couple days later at Wrigley, striking out Cody Ransom for his first big league K. Here's Blake Galen with 2 men on. Parch ready, the first pitch. Fastball just missed outside. 1 ball, no strikes. He hit the glove, but Carp set up just a little bit away. Close pitch. Parch at 65 in the ball game. Checks the runners and comes home. Fastball, same spot, just off the black. Later on in his rookie year, Parch tossed 4 scoreless in relief, tying Tony Cingrani for the longest outing of a Reds reliever that season. I feel like I do that every time we talk about former Revs players and Reds players. 2-0 to Galen. Lefty against righty, and the pitch on the way. Swinging a grounder foul over towards the Revs' first base side dugout. Cruz, the designated hitter, heading down to the bullpen to do some catching, waving off the aforementioned Logan Williamson, who, like Daryl mentioned, is prepared with that backup catching glove. The 2-1 home from Parch. Swing and a miss. A slider down and in, and Galen cut over the top. 4-1, Barnstormers in front. Deuce is wild here, top of the 4th. Parch a long look in, resting his glove on his front left hip, and now he'll step away. Infield and outfield both playing Blake Galen to pull. And a spinner and a look to second, no throw as Franco snuck in behind the runner, Tyler Clark. Galen playing outfield today, started in left, moved to right. It's the first time we've seen him this year not in the DH slot. The 2-2 to Galen. High fly ball, right field and deep. Back goes Mitchell onto the warning track at the wall. Look out, cannonball corner, it's gone. Blake Galen, a 3-run home run. His 8th of the year. And RBIs 28, 29, and 30. 3rd home run of the game for the Barnstormers. And it's 7-1.
That ties him with Judd Heilman for their all-time record, 273. His RBI total with Lancaster. And obviously Parch wasn't trying to hit a batter with 2 outs, because then that happened.
Now it's Casey Hobson, one of the other homers in the ball game. First pitch up and away with the changeup. Jose Arredondo warming for the Revs in their right field bullpen, so likely we'll see him for the first time this year. And the pitch home from Parch, swing and a miss. Slider down and in, and Hobson came up empty. Hobson, a 2-hit ball game. Had 2 hits last night. And the pitch on the way, fouled off towards the Revs bullpen, right field line. 2 hits in this one, an RBI, 2 runs scored. And continuing the MVP caliber season. Parch winds the 1-2 pitch, high fly ball, not that deep, straight away center. Witherspoon coming in and towards his left and gets there in time to make the grab and retire the side. 1 hit in the inning, but a 3-run home run by Blake Galen blows the game open. It's 7-1 through 3.5 in a 7-inning contest on 1350 WOYK.
You hear a lot about CPAP masks these days, but here's something you don't hear much about. Over half of the people who wear a CPAP mask for sleep stop wearing it within a year. How's that working for you? Dr. Gordon Bell would like you to hear this. York Dental Sleep Therapy has dental options that can help many of those people. If you or someone you live with is struggling with sleep apnea, visit yorksleep.com and see how Dr. Gordon Bell can help return your home to peaceful nights of deep, restful sleep. If you're groggy during the workday, if you wake up feeling exhausted, if you would like to get your nighttime sleep patterns back to a healthy state, get a confirmation from your doctor, then meet with Dr. Bell at his office on West Market Street in Hallam. He'll evaluate your symptoms and discuss which treatments would best suit your situation. Dr. Bell can restore restful sleep and get you feeling better day and night. York Dental Sleep Therapy. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com to learn more.
Hey Revs fans, get points for great rewards just by supporting your team through the new Revolution Rewards program. Use the new York Revolution app to receive and earn points for ballpark food, store discounts, stadium tours, and more. Available through the Apple and Google Play stores, the York Revolution app also features team news and exclusive content, contests and promotions for Revolution prizes, online ticket purchases, live game streaming, and more. Download the York Revolution app today. Free stuff by supporting your team? That's Revs time.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Revs trail it by 6, home half the 4th. Daron Verona, Angel Franco, Luis Cruz due up. First pitch fastball from Brad Bergeson in there for strike 1. Well, Vladimir Frias was the latest casualty in this ball game. Sent to the showers early, the 0-1 pitch. And it's a changeup off the outside edge. And that forces hitting coach Josh Bell into action. He's down at third base. Weber moves to shortstop. And the 1-1 pitch. Check swing on a called strike, a breaking ball on the outside corner. Bell had been active for a while for Lancaster, but they were hoping they wouldn't have to use him. He's been battling some knee injuries over the course of his career. The 1-2 pitch, and it's fouled straight back. Bell, 6'3", 250. A switch hitter from Rockford, Illinois, has made it to the big leagues and did play for the Barnstormers in previous years. The 1-2 pitch, and Bergeson falls down on the delivery as Verona fouls it straight back. Bergeson having a little fun, holding his arms out, trying to pretend like he just got his balance back. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Isaias Tejeda and Trayvon Robinson ejected during the benches clearing incident earlier in the game, but then Frias, the 1-2 pitch home, swing and a miss by Verona, down on strikes. Frias ejected in a later incident, arguing a fair ball right in front of the plate, in which he was gunned out by Jay Karp at first base, and he felt the ball was foul. First strikeout of the day for Bergeson. And here comes Angel Franco. First pitch on the way. Fastball outside corner, strike 1. Franco went 0 in last night's ball game, but with the suspended game completed, he did have a streak of 3 straight 3-hit games, and he hits one well straight away at right field. Coming in a few steps now is Galen, and in his tracks makes the grab for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here in the 4th. And that'll bring up Luis Cruz. First pitch on the way to Cruz. It's a changeup over strike 1. Ferguson, we mentioned, had his rookie year cut short due to injury. Took a line drive off the shin. Pitch on the way. And it's a called strike. And Ferguson quickly ahead 0-2. It was off the bat of Billy Butler in a game against Kansas City in 09. And if it were not for that ending Ferguson's season early, he had a case to be the Rookie of the Year. Pitch on the way, just missed the outside corner. Ferguson started off towards third base out of the mound. Thought he might have had strike 3. But Cruz lays off. It's 1-2. Ferguson winds the 1-2 pitch. Down and away. 2-2 the count. Ferguson finished the 09 season with a whip of 1.28 and an ERA of 3.43. Pitch on the way, and Cruz fouls it off right field side. Ferguson in high school, also an all-state football player, went to Foothill High School. Same place as teammate John Anderson, as well as shortstop Brandon Crawford of the Giants, as Cruz hits a bounder to third. Josh Bell, his first chance, a low throw, and off the bag on the pick by Caleb Gindle. A great pick by Gindle in at first base, but he just came off the bag, and Cruz reaches with 2 down. And poor timing there. That's a little cruel. They announce Bell right after he makes the error here in the stadium. Bell, who served as a hitting coach all season long for the Barnstormers, we mentioned he has been active for a while just in case a situation like this did present itself, and gets a chance, had to back up and had his momentum going away from first on the play, and a really good pick by Gindle to keep it in front, but just could not keep his back foot on the base.
I know last year when he was playing every day, Dave would rave about what a good defensive third baseman he is.
So Jared Mitchell comes to bat as the inning continues. First pitch, line drive, right field, base hit. Up with it is Galen. He'll get it back in quickly. Cruz stays put at second. The throw on a hop to Bell at third. A good arm by Galen. We don't get to see that a whole lot. The two of them getting a chance to play in this one. And again, it's just been a really odd series. The Revs now with a rally brewing. 2 on, 2 outs in the 4th. Here's Ryan Dent. Dent reached on an error by Frias his first time up. Pitch on the way, a check swing, and he went around 0-1. Dent then came around to score the only run of the ball game on the RBI single by Alonzo Harris. Trying to do some damage himself right here. 2 on, and the pitch on the way, fouled off down the right field line. Dent back in there at third base here today. Trienfeld played there last night. And the pitch on the way, reach for and appeal to first. No swing. Tyler Clark was headed to the dugout. First base umpire David Shirk said not so fast. So Dent able to hold back. Count 1-2. Ferguson working from the first base side, the pitch on the way, and it's a line hop to first base and just foul. It would have gone down the line. It squirted under the glove of Gindle. And David Shirk says that's a foul ball. I don't think Carlos Trienfeld agrees. He's down there coaching first. It had some interesting spin on it, and I think that's what prevented Gindle from making the play. It came back fair, but David Shirk saying it crossed in foul ground. Count holds 1-2 to Ryan Dent. Dent hitting .245, a home run, 19 driven in. Looking to add to that total right here. 1-2, the pitch on the way. Fastball got him looking outside corner. And Bergeson storms off to the third base side, pumped up to get that call. And a few words, joking of course, with Polo as he heads to the Revs dugout. 1 hit, 2 men left. We head to the 5th, 7-1, Barnstormers in front.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Now through June 30th, it's the York Mitsubishi Sizzling Summer Sports Utility Sales Event. The Outlander and Outlander Sport are the best price SUVs in the market, starting at $17,495. Now available in 5 or 7 passenger. Financing as low as 0% for 72 months. With the best warranty in the business, 10-year or 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Only at York Mitsubishi, celebrating 27 years in business just off Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue. York Mitsubishi, where Mitsubishis always cost less.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Curtis Parch back to work here, top of the 5th. 7-1, the Barnstormers lead it. 3 in the first, 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth for Lancaster, 1 in the third for the Revs. Sean Halton leads it off, and the first pitch from Curtis Parch, down and away, ball 1. The Revs likely just going to leave Parch out as long as he can go, try to maximize his innings and save the bullpen after they were forced to use 5 arms in last night's ball game. And the pitch on the way, called strike, outside corner, letter high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Halton a 3-run home run his first time up. Parch winds and the pitch on the way. Change up, popped up, foul, and out of play, right side. Halton's 13th of the year. Now up to 40 RBIs. Despite by his standards having a down year average-wise at 245. 1-2. Parch winds, the pitch on the way. Fastball, just got a piece, back to the net. Halton last year by comparison, a .290 average. 22 home runs, 71 knocked in, an Atlantic League All-Star. And the 1-2 from Parch, breaking ball popped up, back of the plate. Karp tosses the mask, waits for it to come down, and makes the grab for out number 1. Jay Karp in his first game of work looks pretty good here early. Couple good throws to second despite no outs to show for it. A line drive scorcher to left, which was caught by Halton, but certainly showing his own. Doesn't really have any pro experience. Brief stint in the Shore League before coming to York, but has done a fine job here in relief of Tejeda, who is ejected following the brawl. First pitch on the way. Millage swings away, lifts it in the air back to first. Second baseman Harris calls, and he makes the catch for out number 2. I shouldn't say brawl. No punches were really thrown, but benches cleared. After Halton was hit by a pitch in the third. 2 quick outs now in the 5th. And that brings up Caleb Gindel.
First baseman, number 15, Caleb Gindel.
Gindel pinch hit and then stayed in the ball game at first base. Beginning the defensive shuffle for the Barnstormers today in the first pitch, up and away. Rico Noel and Tyler Clark, the only two guys who are still at the same positions in which they started the ball game. The 1-0 pitch, swinging a chopper foul up the first base side. One ball and one strike. Gindel a strikeout victim his first time up. And the pitch from Parch. Fastball off the plate away, 92. Parch still bringing it. Two balls and a strike to count. Gindel an open stance. And the pitch on the way. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Parch backdoored him. Gindel could not connect. And the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gindel last year, a .295 average. Pitch on the way, and it's in the dirt. And now the count runs full. 10 homers, 72 knocked in. Was named the MVP of the Atlantic League All-Star Game. Had a home run in that one. Also an outfield assist. He had one last night as well, his 7th of the year. 2 down, the payoff pitch from Parch. Reached for and skied, foul out of play, left side. Gindel for the first time in his career also pitched in the final game of the year for the Barnstormers. Mostly an outfielder throughout. And the payoff pitch again, reached for and rolled over towards second base. Harris picks his hop, sets and lobs it to Burgess to retire the side. A 3-up, 3-down inning for Curtis Parch for the first time today. And after 4.5 at Peoples Bank Park, it's 7-1 Barnstormers on 1350 WOIK.
You line your feet up on the edge of the starting block, shake out your arms, and then you push off the block in one fluid motion, fully extending your body and cutting into the water with nothing on your mind but the mechanics. You're a swimmer, and whether it's practice time in the pool or crunch time at a meet, Flying Feet is with you every stroke of the way.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes is a swimmer's paradise. Get suits by Dolphin, Speedo, Nike, Arena, and Tier. Pick up practice gear, team gear, and training equipment like fins, snorkels, and kickboards. The Flying Feet team has high-tech competitive suits, customizable caps, goggles, even goggle repair items. Shower down with swimmer's shampoo and body wash, plus suit wash to limit the wear and tear of chlorine. Time to dive into the pool? Then it's time for Flying Feet. We're more than sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83 next to Battery Warehouse.
Sports Radio 1350 WOYK is your home for the golf majors. Brought to you locally by your neighborhood Sure Save markets. Tune in throughout the day for live updates from the U.S. Open, the British Open, and the PGA Championship. Plus, live final round coverage of the PGA Championship and nightly episodes of the PGA Championship Tonight. Coverage of this year's golf majors brought to you locally by your neighborhood Sure Save markets. Right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
For local sports on your smartphone, search WOIK at the App Store.
Bottom of the 5th here, Peoples Bank Park. Top of the order, 2 up for the Revs. Travis Witherspoon, Alonzo Harris, and Jay Karp. The Revs trail 7-1. Brad Bergeson back to work as he toes the first base side of the rubber, winds and delivers. A first pitch breaking ball in for strike 1. Witherspoon a ground out right back to Bergeson. Also a single up the middle. The 0-1 pitch, fastball, fouled off straight down at the plate. Witherspoon, a stolen base in last night's ball game, his 43rd career steal, tying him for 5th place all time. Down in the count here, 0-2. And the pitch on the way, fastball, reach for and miss, strike 3. Ferguson, the last couple batters seem to put a little extra zip behind it. Getting Dent to end the 4th, and now Witherspoon to begin the 5th.
Second baseman number 2, Alonzo Harris.
Alonzo Harris, the batter now. 1 for 2, the lone RBI on the Revs side of things. First pitch, it's a breaking ball over, strike 1. Ferguson doing a nice job to get ahead with the off speed. He's ready, and the 0-1 pitch. Fastball, line drive, base hit, left field. Harris was right on that one. And a hot shot right in between third and short. It's a 1-out single and a 2-hit ball game.
He's now 14 for 27 his last 6 games, over 500. By the way, Matt, our attendance of, well, I didn't write it down, but it's over 5,000. 3 straight gates of more than 5,000. That ties a stadium record along with July 1st, 2nd, and 5th in 2008.
We'll have to double check. I think it was 5,036 as Carp takes up and in. We'll also have to check on how the attendance went in for that suspended game. The other game you're referring to, I believe, was Thursday's finale.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. I kind of think it doesn't get counted, so the last 3 full days, all over 5,000.
1-0 to Carp. Harris on first, the pitch on the way. Ground ball towards second, could be 2. Noel flips to Weber, the return throw to first in the dirt and picked out by Gindel. 4-6-3, it's a double play. Base hit, nobody left. We head to the 6th. Darrell Henry with the play-by-play. When we come back, 7-1, Barnstormers on top on 1350 WOYK.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local and national sports. The Big Sports Talker also has you covered with news throughout the day. Catch statewide updates on news and sports from Radio PA. Stock reports with Your Money Now, mornings and afternoons. And national news updates every hour from Westwood One. Stay up to date while getting your sports fix all day. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head of the 6th, and Jose Arredondo will make his season debut. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. At long last, he arrived, and now he's in his first game. First pitch to Garrett Weber, a swing and a miss, beginning the 6th. Weber 1 for 2, a single, and then in the 4th, retired on a great play by Parch. He made a kick save toward the line, flipped to first, off Weber's back and into Burgess's glove. And a good read by Michael as well. The 0-1, and a splitter down low. Arredondo will feature that pitch. Now, last season, he got to York in mid-June. This year, well, yeah, about mid-June. about a week after last year. He fires, and a ground ball to second. The mound will help funnel it to Harris. He's got it, fires to first, and there's one away. Hit off the side of the mound and ushered it slightly in Harris's direction. He'd have gotten there anyway. Yeah, here's Josh Bell.
Section 7, row 8. Everyone that row brings a $10 gift card to Hardee's.
Arredondo last year 1-2, but had a 2.25 ERA in 35 outings. A trusted late inning reliever, big league vet. 32 years old. And pitch to Bell is down and away. Actually, now he's 33, but who's counting? Pitched for the Angels in 08 and 09, and then after Tommy John, the Reds in 2011 and 12. Here's a swing and a pop-up foul and out of play down the left field side.
And it's not all that often you get a matchup on June 25th with a pitcher who's never thrown this year and a hitter who hasn't hit this year.
Yeah. Probably faced each other last year, but each making their debut of the season. The pitch, and it missed up high, 2-1. Now, Bell didn't plan on this today, but Jay Karp probably didn't plan on this either, but making his, the whole battery making their debut. And the hitter. Here's the 2-1, and a fastball just off the plate away. Arredondo listed at 6 feet, 190. The only thing different than last year, I think he's got a little bit more hair. The 3-1, and a high fly ball, right field, hit pretty deep. Mitchell drifting back, and it is gone. Oh my. Up onto the top of the Appel lawn behind Cannonball's corner, and Coach Bell has just hit a home run and a long one. Lancaster leads 8-1, and I guess they'll really have to listen to him now. He can tell them whatever he wants.
That's pretty cool to see. A hitting coach who comes in, hasn't batted all year, and says, all right, look how easy it is. Man, I was up by the billboards, right of the scoreboard.
Wow. Here's Tyler Clark. Arredondo the pitch, and a fastball over for a strike. Yeah, they better listen to him now. He just showed him how it's done. Clark a single, a hit by pitch, a steal, and a run. And a splitter dips right through the zone but low. 2-0 or 2-1. Clark is the K-man in this one.
Does he hit? Does he take batting practice? I mean, I haven't seen him during BP. I have not seen him hit, but I haven't been looking for it.
Yeah.
We'll have to ask.
Eight to 1 Lancaster here in the top of the sixth. Here's the stretch, the 2-2. And a broken bat number back to Arredondo. He'll reach down to glove, jogs toward first, and underhands to Burgess. Now 2 down here in the top of the sixth. I guess our sixth inning is brought to you by York Dental Sleep Therapy. Tired of feeling the effects of 79? Or visit yorksleep.com. Here's Rico Noel. And he takes a fastball for a strike. Noel 0 for 2 with a walk and a run. Arredondo fires, and it's a called strike 2. Looking to finish his debut inning of the year with just the 1 run. Now fires, and a swing and a high fly in right. Mitchell lines it up, the shades on, inching over to his left, and he'll squeeze it. So Arredondo retires the other 3, but Coach Bell goes out to the back fence behind Cannonball Charlie. A home run, and Lancaster with an 8-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the sixth.
Take it from me, guys. You want to make life happier? Your wife wants a nicer lawn. The kind of lawn you see on Home and Gardens and Martha Stewart. Here's a hint. You're not alone. Call your pals at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. They've got a way with lush lawns that the ladies like. And as you know, happy wifey, happy hubby. Winky face. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. World-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
The York Jewish Community Center, where everyone is welcome. Voted Best of York, #1 Health Club, #1 Child Daycare Center, and #3 in the Kids Activities category for 2017. Bring in your Revs ticket in June and receive 1 month free. Check us out online at yorkjcc.org.
Can you sit up, little guy? There you go. What a big boy. Whoa. Every time he grabs my maple donut, it pulls him over to one side. But he keeps on grabbing at it. Whoop, there he goes again. Wait, let's see how this works. Here you go, little dude. Here's another maple donut. Can you grab it? Well, there you have it, folks. Charlie's right. A balanced baby needs a maple donut in each hand.
Maple donuts taste right.
York Sports on your mobile device or online at WOYK1350.com.
Lancaster here in the 6th inning. They look to salvage the finale. Michael Burgess will lead things off. Brad Bergeson threw 5, 1 run on 5 hits. So Burgess will lead off. Burgess against Bergeson. Michael 0 for 1 with a walk. Bergeson's first pitch of the inning is a high strike call. 0-1. Take a look at our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. The 0-1, and that misses outside, a changeup. Bridgeport wins at Southern Maryland 6-3, so Lancaster trying to get back within 3.5. Pitch, and a swing and a dribbler foul off to the first base side, 1-2. Sorry, they would be within 3. Yeah. Something like that. A lot of math today. 1-2. And a swing and a high fly in left. Casey Hobson was deep, and he'll drift in and now over to his left. Reaches out and makes the grab toward left center, 1 down. Yeah, they would be within 3, Lancaster would, with 8 to go in their first half. Of course, one of those won't be till late July at Southern Maryland. Somerset beat New Britain 12-3, and they maintain a 4-game lead over Bridgeport, who ended a 4-game skid. Here's Verona, who looks at a ball away.
Now, do they play that game if it does not matter?
They would play it still, yeah. This wouldn't be quite as intense. Here's a swing and a miss on a fastball. Verona, a ground out and a strikeout.
So it's only in the second half that you would not play.
Right, yeah. If the season ended and like a series finale was rained out late and you weren't going back there. Here's a swing and a miss on a slider, 1-2. Is how we ended up with 139 games 2 years ago. Bergeson the kick, the pitch, and a swing and a bouncer foul, third base side. Revs will be back home next weekend to close the first half already. It's been a tough first half, obviously, but it's still flown by. Here's the 1-2. And a chopper up the middle, and that'll get through. Base hit for Verona. And he bounced it right past the mound and into center. And he's a 1-out base runner. Revs with their 6th hit. Revs Baseball brought to you by Image 360, Yingling's Ice Cream, Highmark, Isaacs, Sheets, Ace Distributing, Stambaugh Plumbing and Heating, and Hatfield.
And now Verona hit in every game played so far this year.
He's a one-out base runner for Angel Franco, who's grounded out and lined out. First pitch, he swings and misses. Bergeson off speed to him. 8 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for Lancaster. 4 of their 8 hits have been homers. 1 run, 6 hits, no errors for York. All 6 hits for the Revs have been singles. Pitch here is belted. Right center field, and Millage heading over, lays out and makes the grab. Takes that one away from Franco, and Verona has to retreat to first. Hit it hard in right center, but Millage, who had to kind of angle off his route at the end, lays out and makes the grab. Didn't have a straight route to it, but made the play. With 2 down, here is Luis Cruz, who has grounded it to third base twice. One of those times it was thrown away, an error. After being thrown behind on the first pitch that he saw back in the second inning. Here's the stretch. And the first offering, it's a slider and a called strike. Bergeson at 83 pitches, and they might let him try to finish it. He fires, and it's in the dirt. Backhand pick by Clark. The longest that he's gone was 8 in his 3rd start of the year, very early on. That was against Southern Maryland, then a 7-inning outing against Sugar Land 3 starts ago. He'd gone fewer than 6 in his previous 2. Today he's trying to end a 3-game skid. Ready, the 1-1. And a swing and a foul back.
Well, he's looked good out there today, only giving up the 1 unearned run, and I feel like in the middle innings kind of increased his tempo a little bit, started working faster in between pitches, has gone a lot first pitch breaking ball to get ahead, and it's really set the tone.
Sun reappears as Bergeson stretches. They set up well in. Pitch is swung on, ripped off the mound, up the middle, and a base hit for Cruz. Verona, a very quick turn and on the base at second. First and second with 2 outs. Cruz continues to rake, smacking that one right up the middle. The Revs with their 7th hit, and Jared Mitchell to the plate. Tomorrow night, the Baltimore Baseball Show at 6 o'clock. And then the Revs at 6:50. 6:50 all 4 nights from Bridgeport, 7-12 starts. And now Scott Patterson will make a visit.
What are you going to do in those extra 2 minutes?
You're going to have to really work to fill those.
Slow down the pace a little bit.
Might talk slower. Might recite stats. Might give the lineups twice. I don't know. Revs have Chris Dula up in the bullpen. The next 3 nights, the next 2 are guaranteed to be played. 3rd if necessary. If we're able at the end, we will join the College World Series in progress on Westwood 1. After our games in Bridgeport, our first visit there all year. And then we're there again the next week. Here's time asked for at the plate. And Bergeson ready to go after the visit. First pitch is off the plate away. Again, the age-old question, do you leave materials there for when you're right back? Here's a called strike on the outside corner, 1-1. I'm going to go with no, but we will be there. I could leave a suitcase or something. I don't know. Bergeson, a long look into Clark. He's got his sign. 1-1. And it's over the outer half. Strike two. A cutter. Two on, two out here in the bottom of the sixth. The Revs trail 8-1. They won the suspended game 6-5 on a walk-off. 1-2, and a swing and a miss. Bergeson, a changeup down out of the zone. Has his fourth strikeout of the day and strands two in the sixth. Gives up two singles in the inning. We'll go to the seventh. It's the Barnstormers 8 and the Revs 1.
Having the gang over to watch the game? Keep them happy with great BestJet products from your neighborhood SureSave markets. Football fans, hockey fans, basketball fans, everyone's a fan of game day party planners with $18.93 deli items. BestJet hot dogs go great with BestJet kettle cooked chips. Or serve up a couple BestJet rising crust pizzas with 12 packs of BestJet soda. Throw the best game day party ever with BestJet products. Shop Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford and East York, Wetzel's in Glenrock, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
This is the Dan Patrick Show.
Everything the morning.
Conor McGregor tweeted that he's back in for UFC 200. Hasn't been confirmed, but I told you this last week. I still felt like A, he's not retiring, and B, he'd be back in UFC 200. Now, is there a chance Conor McGregor knew what he was doing from the outset here? He had given UFC 200 all of this publicity, millions of dollars of publicity. Is there a chance Dana White knew what Conor McGregor was doing? Is there a chance that Dana White, being the businessman running UFC, would be in on this with Conor McGregor from the get-go? Now, before you say no, look at all the publicity generated. And if you knew the end game was still going to be Conor McGregor was still going to fight, would you have gone through this? And you can't say, boy, that's so far-fetched. There's so much money attached to this. I never say never when it comes to this stuff.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Break out some IDs.
That's just good radio.
Mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Head of the seventh, Chris Dula is in. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. 8-1 Lancaster in front. And Dula looking to come back from his last outing on Thursday night. Allowed a run without a hit by pitch, a walk, two wild pitches. Had a strikeout. He has really been tough to hit, but obviously the thing that he knows he needs to work on is to consistently be in the strike zone. Blake Galen will lead things off. He's not allowed a hit in his last 4 outings and only 2 in 7 appearances. First pitch to Galen is up at 96, but above the belt. Galen 2 for 3 in this one, a 3-run homer out to right center. 1-0. And there's a fastball strike at 94. Not to take anything away from any of the hitters, but it is incredible the way that the ball has jumped here recently. Wind really out to right today. Pitch is a fastball and a strike at the knees, outside corner.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen as many home runs in the last 10 games as we saw through the first 50.
Yeah. 1-2, and Dula with the pitch. Swing and a chopper toward first, and Dula can't get to it. Burgess does. He flips to Dula, who got his foot on the deep side of the bag, up the line, patted against it before Galen could get there. Dula went for the ball, couldn't quite intercept, so then he had to change his path to first, and the two do hook up. One down here in the seventh. Casey Hobson to the plate. 2 for 3 with a solo home run. His 20th. Already within 9 of Lancaster's single season record. Dula with the pitch. Fastball missed away. The Revs have not homered off Bergeson, but through the suspended game and last night's game, they've hit 20 in their last 15, but have given up a bunch. Here's the 1-0. And a high fly in right center. Mitchell and Witherspoon drift back. This carries deep in the gap. Oh, Witherspoon unable to make the grab. It hits the wall padding, bounces back away, and Hobson will get 3 on it. Into third base standing, and Witherspoon started to pull up by the wall, and I think he thought he was out of room, and his glove was held out a little bit short. Right in between him and Mitchell.
They'd be interested to know what the conversation out there was like between Witherspoon and Mitchell, because it looked like Mitchell's ball for most of it, and then he kind of pulled up and gave way to Witherspoon, and Witherspoon, like you said, looked like he wasn't exactly sure where he was on the field.
Here's Sean Halton. Fastball in and off the glove of Karp. It'll go to the backstop, and Hobson in to score. It'll be a pass ball, and it's 9-1. Well, back to that fly ball. When Hobson hit it, I thought he got under it. I didn't think it was going to be deep at all, and it ends up at the fence.
Well, that wind's been blowing out towards right center. Not just today, but probably for the last 2 weeks straight.
Halton 1 for 2, a 3-run homer, hit by pitch. Pitch from Dula is outside, off the glove of Karp, 2-0. Back to the home runs leaving the yard. Revs have given up 19. Hang on, here's the 2-0. And there's a fastball strike. Let's make sure I get it right. 19 in the last 8 games. Yikes. That is something that they'll have to get turned around. And the 2-1. Swing and a miss. He chases upstairs at 96. Now the flag more straight across, left to right. Dula ready. The 2-2, down and away, kicked up some dirt. It'll be Jay Goss against Rainy Lara tomorrow night in Bridgeport. I have not checked the weather. It's rainy on the mound. I hope it's only rainy on the mound, not rainy all around. Pitch is strike 3 called. Fastball right there, and Halton could not pull the trigger. 2 down here in the top of the 7th. I think our broadcast needs to end soon.
Getting a little tired?
Yeah.
The giggle's starting.
Second Mountain Dew. How about the rant?
That was phenomenal.
Rami was a bit hopped up on the dew. Here's Lasting's Millage, who's 0 for 3. And Dula fires high, ball 1.
He's down there coaching first, by the way. We haven't mentioned it, but he is still playing a part in game 2.
This is the 1-0. And that's over for a strike. Dula seems to be a little more under control with his delivery today. A little more compact, straight to the plate. Ball just jumps. He fires, and that missed down low. 2-1.
I almost wonder for Rami if that's just to get out of the dugout. He did not seem all that pleased when he got pulled in the earlier game today.
No. He most certainly was not. Here's the 2-1. Fastball strike, outside corner. There were a couple of reactions that would lead folks to believe that. A 2-2 count on the hitter Millage. And Dula to the plate. Swing and a bouncer to short, or third actually. It's going to be Dent in front of short. Cuts it off and throws to first on the run. He was able to get to it to his left in front of Franco charging in. And on the run, Dent makes the throw. 1 run in the inning will be unearned. A pass ball, 1 hit. Nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Lancaster looking to salvage the finale. They lead it 9-1.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Coatman. Coatman Kunkel Insurance.
Hey Revs fans, now's your chance to win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy. This season, during every home game at Peoples Bank Park, it's the all-new Shipley Energy Grand Slam inning. Each game, 1 inning will be designated, and 1 name will be selected as the contestant. If the Revs hit a Grand Slam that inning, you could win $5,000. To enter, stop by Fan Services and fill out your form, or enter via the York Revolution app or YorkRevolution.com. Sign up today and win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy this season.
What a game. The home runs, great pitching, even that foul ball over our heads.
I know, it was so close. I almost caught it. Maybe next time, Gus.
Well, what about catching this?
Pay me. The new scratch-off from the Pennsylvania Lottery with top prizes of $100,000.
That's more like a grand slam. Keep on scratching.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Brad Bergeson ready to go. His first pitch in the bottom of the 7th is over for a strike on Ryan Dent. Bergeson trying to go the distance. 9-1 Lancaster. And the 0-1 had misses down and away. They had won back-to-back games and 4 out of 6 on their homestand coming in. The Revs winning the first 2, but Lancaster 3 outs away of denying York the sweep. There's a slider for a called strike, 1-2 the count. Dent today 0 for 2 with a run scored. In this particular game at least. Here's the 1-2. And he bounces a foul, third base side. We will see Lancaster again in a couple of weeks on the road leading into the All-Star break. Second half series. Pitch is upstairs, 2-2. And that'll be our second and final visit. Bergeson with the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Got Dent on an off-speed offering away. 5 strikeouts for him, all since the 4th inning.
Next up for the Revolution.
Revs Baseball brought to you by York Water Company, Brickers, Pizza Box and Hoagie Shop, York Volkswagen, and Penn State York. Here's Travis Witherspoon, who's 1 for 3. Bergeson trying to finish what he started in 7 innings and starts Witherspoon with a strike. Nobody up in the Lancaster bullpen. He's at 97 pitches. Here's the 0-1, and it missed inside, a fastball. That one at 89. On the wind, he fires. And in on the hands, Witherspoon fouls it to the net. Bergeson going for his first complete game since 2011 in the big leagues with Baltimore. That was the 4-hit shutout against Tampa Bay that we mentioned. Of course, that being in 9 innings, but he deals and is swinging a foul tip at the plate. It skipped in front, but I think bounced off Clark's mitt first.
I think it might have gotten a piece of Witherspoon too. He's walking off a little bit.
His 100th pitch. Now shakes off and deals, and he fights it off foul to the right of the net, back toward the concourse. Ferguson, former 4th-round pick of the Orioles in 04. In the minors, 7 complete games. In the majors, 4. Now delivers, and is swinging a foul tip in and out of Clark's mitt. And Witherspoon will stay alive for another one. Ferguson, as Matt mentioned, he beat the White Sox in his debut. His first complete game came 2 months into his rookie year, beat Atlanta. Another 1-2. And it misses down and away. Had a complete game 2-hitter in a win at Cleveland in 2010. Now delivers and is swinging a chopper foul past Polo at third. Witherspoon will again battle to see another one. 8 pitches into the at-bat, 2-2 it remains. Flag continues to whip to right center. There's the wind, the 2-2, and he's swinging a line drive, sinking in right, and that's down for a hit in front of Galen coming in. He plays it on a hop. The Witherspoon a 2-hit game. If you weren't with us earlier today, the Revs winning the suspended game 6-5 on Luis Cruz's sac fly in the 9th, and Witherspoon homered to tie it in the 8th. Came up big in that comeback win. Here's Alonzo Harris, who's 2 for 3 with an RBI single in this game. Now 14 for 27 his last 6. And Ferguson missing down low with a slider. 106th pitch, but no activity for them. Now ready. 1-0, and a swing and a miss. He changed up. Play behind Witherspoon at first. 1-1, and a line drive past the dive of Bell at third, down the left field line. Witherspoon around second, on his way to third base. And Harris in at second, standing with a double. He's 3 for 4, another 3-hit game. And it's second and third with 1 out. The Revs making some noise here, down to their final 2 outs.
Now batting for your Revolution, your catcher, number 7, Jay Carter.
Revs now with 9 hits. The 3 at the top of the order that started the game are a combined 6 for 9. Tejeda had an infield hit before he was tossed. Here's Jay Carp, who's 0 for 2, a line drive double play and a ground ball double play. He rolls this one to third, and Witherspoon caught off the bag. He dives to get back, and he's tagged out. He drew the look of Josh Bell, who started toward him, and Witherspoon maybe just lost his train of thought there, was drifting toward home plate. Didn't think Bell would come at him, but he did.
Next up for the Revolution, your first baseman, number 21.
Oh, it ended up being a pretty close play at third as Bell dove to apply the tag, and Witherspoon was diving back to the base. And as much as it was not a smart base running play, you don't really expect Bell to take that out in that situation. More likely to try to roll 2 and end the inning.
So in the fielder's choice, it's first and second for Burgess. And Ferguson misses outside with a fastball. Burgess 0 for 2 with a walk. Revs down to their last out, trailing 9-1. Ferguson stretches. 1-0. And a ground ball right side and fumbled by Weber into shallow right, and he'll hold it. Everybody's safe. Weber to his left, unable to cut it off in the infield. It skipped off his glove, and he hangs on to it, staring at Harris at third to make sure he didn't break for home. They'll call it an error on Weber, and the bases are loaded for Tyrone Verona. Verona 1 for 3. He's hit safely in all 4 with York, and here's Scott Patterson for a visit.
And if you're Brad Bergeson, you kind of have to throw up your arms right now. You got what should have been a game-ending double play ball that your third baseman made the wrong play on to get an out. And then your second baseman bobbles the ball, and all of a sudden you have the bases loaded.
Now he's at 110 pitches. Lancaster does have bullpen activity for the first time in Game 2. And first pitch to Verona, slider. It's a called strike. By the way, for Harris, it's his 5th straight multi-hit game. He's got 3 hits now in 4 of those 5. The 0-1. And a swing and a foul back upstairs. And the Revs now down to their final strike. Nine to 1 Lancaster in the bottom of the 7th here in Game 2. It's the stretch. 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a foul back over the roof. Revs with 2 hits and an error in this 7th inning. Barnstormers with 3 errors in Game 2. Ferguson ready, checks, delivers, and it breaks down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Revs will be 6-4 in the War of the Roses.
The most wins they have against any team in the league. Owning the rivalry so far.
There's a breaking ball just outside, or a cutter. 2-2. Bergeson hoping to get that call. John Harrington says it was out. 116 pitches now. On the stretch, the 2-2. Swing and a line drive to left center, base hit. Harris scores. Here comes Karp, and it rolls the whole way to the wall. Burgess around third. He's going to come home. And Tyrone Verona empties the bases. A 3-run double. It goes the whole way to the LED board in left center. It's a 9-4 game. And Verona, another base hit, 3 more RBIs, a low liner that just took off, and they couldn't cut it off until the wall stopped it. And Bergeson is going to end an out shy of finishing it. After 117 pitches, here comes Ross Peoples, and he will not finish it. He'll go 6 2/3. These are unearned. But he'll finish an out shy of the complete game, and the Barnstormers will go to their bullpen. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts, 9-4, and Verona tacks on 3 to his Ribby total. We'll tell you who's in when we come back.
Enter Rutter's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes today. Look for the entry star, purchase participating products, scan your Rutter's rewards card, or enter VIP information at checkout and automatically be entered to win your choice of a 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport, Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab, or Dodge Challenger RT from Stettler. Drive better, drive Stettler. Free gas for a year and one of thousands of prizes, including Red Bull, Pepsi, and Pennsylvania Lottery scratch-off tickets. Must be a Rutter's VIP to enter. Rutter's, why go anywhere anywhere else.
Need material handling equipment for your company's busy season? Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment offers a full line of rental equipment to keep you operating at maximum efficiency. Forklifts from 3,000 to 15,000 pound capacity, narrow aisle reach trucks and order pickers, electric pallet jacks, scissor lifts, and forklift clamp attachments. Daily, weekly, and monthly terms available. Call today at 888-383-LIFT. That's 888-383-5438. And check us out online at midatlanticindustrial.com.
The York Jewish Community Center, where everyone is welcome. Voted Best of York, #1 Health Club, #1 Child Daycare Center, and #3 in the Kids Activities category for 2017. Bring in your Revs ticket in June and receive 1 month free. Check us out online at yorkjcc.org.
Follow York Sports on your Android. Search Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the 7th, a 9-4 game as Tyrone Verona adds a 3-run double, and Keone Downing is on here. He was on the mound when the suspended game ended earlier today. Faced one hitter. It was Cruz who had the sac fly. The loss was charged to Moskos, but Downing will pitch in both games. And he's hoping that again he only faces one hitter. Lancaster has the Revs down to their final out. And Angel Franco will stand in 0 for 3. Does have 2 lineouts in the outfield. So a 9-4 game. The Revs now out hitting Lancaster 10-9. Lancaster with 4 home runs helping them. First pitch, it's outside. Verona's now driven in 7 in his first 4 games. Here's the stretch, the 1-0, and a fastball missed up by the letters. Downing brings it at 94 also. Guy that the Giants tried to have play second base for a time, now pitching again. And the Hawaii native sets, delivers. Oh, almost hit Franco in the ankles. He jumps over it. It did clip him. It clipped the bottom of his cleats. He's hit by a pitch. Verona went to third thinking it was wild. He'll have to go back to second. And the game not done yet. Franco on in the hit by pitch off the bottom of his spikes.
Next up to the Revolution, your designated hitter, number 20, Luis.
And here's Luis Cruz. Cruz 1 for 3. And again, this was the matchup in game 1. Cruz ended it with the sac fly to deep right. Millage dropped it, so it was a sac fly error. First pitch is high and tight at 95. Downing 2-0 with a 3.91 ERA, 22 games. Revs still in need of a whole lot, but they made the score look better. Pitch is fouled back against the net. Downing 5'11", 30-year-old righty from Honolulu. 3 years in the Giants system, became a second baseman in his 3rd season, now back to pitching. In the Can-Am League the last couple years, he deals. And a swing and a miss. Fastball at 96. Revs again down to their final strike. 1-2 with 2 on and 2 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Downing the stretch and the pitch. And a foul back against the net. Downing batted .312 in the Northwest League in 2011. The one main year that he had transition to a second baseman. He was a standout hitter in college at Point Loma Nazarene. Another 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Got him with a slider. And that'll end it. Lancaster salvages the finale. Rebs win it in a walk-off in the suspended game. But Lancaster a 9-4 win in 7 innings in the finale. Rebs in the 7th score 3 on 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 left. 9-4 your final. Stay tuned. Post-game show follows next.
Did you know that Shipley Energy can take care of all your energy needs? From heating oil and propane to providing your home with electricity and natural gas. We also provide heating and air conditioning service and installation. All of your energy needs are under one roof at Shipley Energy. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com. Call 855-4SHIPLEY and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy. Energy for life.
Can't get enough of the birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Dream big for less with a first mortgage or home equity loan from First Capital Federal Credit Union. Our competitive rates and terms make it so easy to purchase a new home or refinance your existing home. Either way, we've got you covered. Plus, our home equity loans with rates as low as 3.99% APR for 120 months give you the spending power you need for remodeling, education, you name it. For more information, visit us online at firstcapitalfcu.com. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
First Capital.